Good morning and welcome to the Bounty Report. I'm Dale Yarborough. Taylor County this week, and they are paying for bird. $12 a head. $12! You tell me where else a man makes $12 before breakfast.
5 in the morning on the Steenhatchee. Nothing out here is in a hurry. That is the first thing that goes wrong. Somebody had been through the mullet on the cleaning table. They left one feather. In this business, that is a signature. The board came up at first light. 1 count of theft, 1 count of doing it every morning for a year. The bounty was $12. The client paid in advance, out of a coffee can, in coins. I did not count it in front of her. I laid out everything I had, a net, a bag of bread, 1 scallop in case he could be reasoned with. The Gulf is 4 feet deep for 6 miles. You cannot get anywhere fast out here. You can only look like you are. I found a bird. It was the wrong bird. It looked at me the way the wrong bird looks at you. Midnight to 4. Bounty work is mostly sitting. Nobody puts that part on the board. At noon, I ran him down the dock. He left at his own speed. He did not flap. That is the part I keep thinking about. He rode home in the bow like a man who paid for the trip. $12. Gas was $18. So I ate, fried something out of a basket at a table with nobody at it. By morning, he was back on the table. Nothing I did on that river changed one thing about that river. I sat down anyway. He sat down too. Neither of us mentioned it.
18, was it?
Manatee County. There are hogs in the groves out there. And the man who owns those groves is paying by the animal. By the animal! No cap on it. That is what we call an open ticket.
The river runs a long way inland before it gives up. I have never taken the boat this far from salt water, and neither of us cared for it. There was fruit on this ground for 100 years. There is not any now. The face on the sign belongs to my cousin. We have the same great-great-grandparents. We haven't spoken in a decade. The man who owns the dead trees is paying by the animal. He can afford to, because he sold the North 40. He did not look pleased about either thing. They come through at night and turn the ground over like they are looking for something. They are. It is roots. He has not left the boat since the bridge. I respect it. There was a rally at the end of the row. 9 people, if you count the egrets. He is running for the State House on deep roots and shared values. He was holding both of them in his hand. I stood at the back with a bucket of corn. Nobody asked what it was for. He shook my hand on the way past. He was already looking at the next one. The packing house has been shut since before either of us was born. Somebody's grandmother cut fruit in there, mine, as it happens. The job is a gate, a sack of corn, and sitting down. On the way out, they went through the signs at the crossroads, every one of them. I did not put those up, and I did not knock them down. We went back down the river in the dark. He had his corner of the bow. I have been paid worse.
You should have said.
Recovery job, this one. Hillsborough County. Somebody over there has a book that is not theirs, and the owner would like it back. $40 cash on the hand over. That is $40 for a walk.
The channel goes quiet a mile before the city does. I tied up at the last bollard and went the rest on foot. The bird does not come ashore. He never has. I have stopped explaining it to the people who ask. Brick holds the rain longer than asphalt does. Everything down here was laid by people who expected to stay. The man who hired me buys and sells other people's grandparents. Nobody makes him do it. People bring them in. The book was worth $40 to him. He said the number twice, in case I thought there was more of it. There are chickens in these streets, and they are protected by law. At 3 a.m, they own the place outright. There was a bolero coming out of a window somewhere, and it came around again every time I passed. She was not hiding. She was on the step with it in her lap, with her coat over it because of the rain. She told me her grandmother's name was in it. She did not ask me not to take it. She wanted me to know first. The cigar rollers hired someone to read to them. They chose the books and paid for it. In 1931, the owners ended it. Serafina Delgado, $2 a week, every week, for 11 years. He gave me the $40 and put the book in a drawer. He did not open it. It was light by the time I got back to the water. I had been paid, and I had done the job. Both are true. The bird was where I left him. He did not ask where I had been, which I appreciated.
Say it again.
$200. And the cabin. $200 in a cabin for a nuisance call in the interior. Now, I am not going to tell you what they think it is. You can find that out for yourself.
The road quits 4 miles short. The last of it is water under the cypress on the black stuff. 11 rental cabins and a store. The woman who runs it took over from her father, who took over from his. Something comes into the camp at night and takes things. She says it is the skunk ape. I am not paid for opinions. $200 and a cabin for as long as it takes, which should have been the warning. A print in the wet sand by the ram. 16 inches, 4 toes, and a stride I cannot walk myself. Someone was already out here. I saw him half a mile off and knew what he was before I knew who. Dwayne has been coming out here 20 years. He wears a diving helmet. He did not explain it, and I did not ask. The store had a plate ready for him. Nobody asked him to pay. They asked him about his sister. We laid our equipment out on the dock to compare. Mine is better. His has been used. A boy asked if I was with Dwayne. I said we were working the same job. He said that was nice of him. The smell came through the trees. It is not a stink. It is a low, heavy funk that sits on your tongue. It called twice at 2 a.m. Then it went through my camp while I was out listening for it. His sister came out here with him for 11 years. She does not anymore. He still brings 2 chairs. Nothing came back for 3 nights, so the job was over. The woman paid Dwayne. He was standing closer. Dwayne split it with me, unasked. $100. Getting here cost $110.
I like Dwayne.
$300. Bradenton. Not a hunt, friends. An inventory. Somebody walks through a closed-up place and writes down what is in it. $300 to make a list. Easiest money on the board.
I came in past the bridge on the last of the tide. I did not need the chart. I know which side of the channel shoals up. I could not tell you how I know that. The place I was sent to is a low block building behind a fence, with the gate already open. The county wants a list of everything still inside before the building comes down. That is the whole job. $300 paid when I hand in the list. No argument and no haggling. He wrote it down. Inside, there is a counter, a rack of postcards, and 11 feet of shelf with nothing on it. I write down what a thing is and what it is worth. Most of it is worth nothing. There is a window in the wall of the gallery. It is thick enough to hold back water. The Manatee pool is dry. You can still see where the water stood because it left a line on the concrete. The animal that lived in it was 69 years old. It died in an accident. The pool is item 41. East of town, the pasture is gone. There is a wall along the road now, and the same roof behind it. There was an orange packing house on that corner. The fruit went north by rail. I did not have to look it up. I gave the man the list. 4 pages, 91 items, and a number at the bottom. He paid me the $300 that afternoon. The sum came out right for once. I sat with the bird until the light went.
You are home.
Well, board's empty this week. That happens. That does happen. You all have a good evening.
I came up the inside of the coast with the tide behind me, 2 days of it, and no reason to hurry. Past the last island, the bay stops and the gulf starts. Nothing marks it. You just feel the boat change. I tied up at 4. Nobody was waiting on the dock. Nobody was supposed to be. The street runs 2 blocks and ends at the sand. Everybody on it was walking the same way, carrying chairs. I bought a basket of fish off a counter and did not write down what it cost. They come early for it. By 6, the good part of the sand is chairs, all pointed the same direction. So I ate, fried something, out of a basket, standing up, with about 100 people doing the same thing. None of them knew each other. They had all come a long way to look at the same thing at the same time. A kid came over to look at the bird. He looked back. Neither of them made anything of it. The light comes across the water in one line, straight at you, and it moves when you move. It takes about 2 minutes, start to finish. Most of the year, nobody is looking. Here, everybody is. There is a green flash, sometimes, right at the end. I have been out here a long time, and I had never seen one. Then it is just gone, and the color goes out of everything for a minute. Some of them clapped. I do not know who they were clapping at. Nobody paid me anything today. I sat down anyway. He sat down too.
See you tomorrow.